Okay, class. So what we are going to do today is that we are going to work with a very well-known woman called Rosa Parks. As you probably remember from last week, we worked with Martin Luther King, who was a great man and one of the leaders of the human rights movement in America. What we are going to work with today is, as I said before, Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks was a woman, but she was also one of the leaders in the human rights movement in America. Rosa Parks became very famous when she refused to give up her bus seat. Back in the days, if a black woman or a black man was sitting in a bus and at a bus seat and a white person came into the bus and wanted that seat, the black person has to give up their seat so that the white person could sit down.
These were called, the media was like crazy. Um,
Okay, good morning, class. What we are going to work with today is Rosa Parks. As you probably remember, last time we worked with Martin Luther King, who was one of the leaders in the human rights movement in America. Today we're going to work with Rosa Parks, who was also one of the leaders in the human rights movement in America. I hope you have read the text I gave you about Rosa Parks, because then you probably know a little bit about her. But just to refresh your memory, we are going to do a brainstorm activity where each one of you will have to come up with at least one thing that you remember or that you know about Rosa Parks. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes to talk to the person sitting next to you about what you remember or what you know about Rosa Parks, and then you will have to write what you remember about her on the blackboard, and every single one of you will have to write one thing at least on the blackboard. So, okay, class. Now that we have gathered all the information that we know about Rosa Parks on the blackboard, we are going to read a short text about Rosa Parks. Um, it is in your textbook. So if you just open your book, Passport to the USA, at page 47, you will find the text. We are going to read this text in groups of 3, as we also did last time. So the first person will be reading aloud, the second person will be translating, and the last person will be writing keywords and notes. Um, Okay, now we have just finished doing this role play activity where you were interviewing each other. Half of the class were the interviewer, a journalist, and the other half were Rosa Parks. Normally we don't do a lot of role-playing activities, so I really want to hear what you think about it. Do you think it was fun? Was it boring? Was it difficult? Just anything. So what we are going to do now is that I'm going to give you 2 minutes to discuss and reflect with the person sitting next to you about what you think about this type of activity, but I also want you to talk about what you think you have learned through this lesson. What have you learned by reading this text about Rosa Parks and doing this role play activity? So you're going to get 2 minutes to talk to the person sitting next to you and reflect about what we have done today. And then I'm going to choose someone randomly to share their thoughts with the rest of the class. So that was basically it.